Everybody, I'm here to show you a new design using the Global Maui. It is full of beautiful rich colors. It's got a couple of pearls at the top and it blends into, be used for a sunset, I think, too. But I'm going to do like a bird of paradise. So first I'm going to apply it with the MIKIM FX sponge, the petal sponge. I'm going to apply it in an arc over my forehead, making sure I get that blue on the edge. And then I'm also going to apply it over my eyes. As you can see, it's got some white at the very end. I'm going to come back in on the other side and apply it back over my eye. Everybody knows that Global is very dry, so I had to re-wet my sponge to apply a little bit more paint. Okay, it's a little messy on the application there, but I'm going to come back in and I'm going to soften everything. I'm going to come in with a Always Wicked Art sponge and a little of the special white from MIKIM FX and blend everything out, and that gives it a softer, more feminine feel there to the mask. I'm going to take the back part of the sponge and also blend that in and give it a nice soft look. Okay, I'm going to come in with I have an angled WISP brush that I'm using, but you can use a straight edge WISP brush if you have that. And I'm going to make some just flicking motions to the center there, heading in, and that's the start of the edges of my mask. I'm going to add another layer right around the edge there to enclose everything. I leave the middle for last because I want to get kind of make sure it's well centered, and then I do the same with the outside of the second layer and come in with the third layer, and the paint's pretty dry by now, but that's kind of the way I wanted it for that second layer, so you can see the paint through it very well. And I'm just making a dragging motion to create those feathery edges. I'm going to load up an angle shader and do the beak with the same split cake. As you see, I'm just following the contours of my nose, making a rounded shape towards the bottom, and then I'm going to fill in a little bit with that yellow, and then I'm going to take over the top, and then I'm going to split that beak right down the center with the yellow and the orange, using the orange tip of that brush. Okay, you can take a look at the design so far. Easy. I'm going to come in with a little bit of black, and I like the black against the white, especially with these bright colors. It really makes everything pop. I'm using the tip of my brush, and then I'm pressing down and squiggling around each one of those little feathers that I made. Tip, press, pull. Tip, press, pull. You can see I'm doing that all around. And I'm not being particularly neat about it. I wanted it to have a more organic feel, so I'm doing that on every one. Kind of reminds me of the way I do tiger stripes too, though. I'll start off on the tip and then press and then pull. Okay, I'm coming all the way around every one of those little feathers. You can see how once I start around in the lighter colors of the design on the interior, how it does give it a lot of definition and pop there. Okay, I haven't reloaded my brush too much towards the end here, because I want to make sure that paint is a little bit more on the drier side, a little easier to control, because I wanted it to be a little bit more delicate towards the bridge of my nose. Okay, I'm staying on the very tip. You may need a smaller brush than this number 6 if you're a little heavy-handed. And outlining that beak and laying it down on each side to give me little nostril holes. And next thing I'm going to take in, I'm going to add some highlights to that beak. I'm going to come in with a round brush from LOWE CORNELL, a number 3, and add kind of a shaky line. I didn't want it to be super opaque, and then enclosing my eyes. Okay, and you can take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and come around with the SUZY Sparkles Glitter Gel, and this is holographic gold, and I'm going to go around the edges of all the black. You can see this takes very little time to do. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially over black. I love the gold over the black. It's probably one of my favorite things over black. I'm going to come in just a little rough outline around all those little feather black edges. Constant pressure on the bottle. Just moving that tip pretty quickly. And as I go over the edge of the top of that beak, that's the only part I'm going to outline with it. Okay, and that's the final look. Let you look at both sides. Thanks for watching. If you would, like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.